friends, welcome to AhiluArts channel. I am Uma. In this video, we are going to see this simple pineapple doily. Okay, this seems to be a little bit complicated, but trust me, this is the most simplest pineapple doily a beginner could ever ask for. Okay, all you have to do is just understand how the flow is, and that's it. You can do it as many as you want without even referring anything. Okay, so this is the simple doily. I used 3-ply yarn for this with the 4 mm hook. So it measures up to 15 inch. You see here, it measures up to 15 inch. But I'm going to use I want a little bit bigger one, so I'm going to use 4-ply yarn or normal red heart yarn with 5 mm hook. Okay, so I can show you a little bit more clear, right? So this is so let's get started. Okay, first do a slip knot and do chain 3, because we don't want the center to be so open, right? So we just do chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, then slip stitch into the first stitch with the tail end on the top, so that you can weave in when we do the first round. Okay, so it will be a small ring, but hold on to that. Then chain 3, this will be our first double crochet, and chain 2. So totally we have done 5 chains, in which 3 of them are first double crochet and 2 are chain 2 spaces. Then again we are going to do 7 more double crochet in the ring, so that we have 8 double crochet in this, so that we'll have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 pineapples. Okay, so double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2. See, I am weaving in the tail end when I'm doing the double crochet. That's why I had it on my top of the yarn. Okay, then again chain 2, a double crochet, chain 2, another double crochet, chain 2, another double crochet. So how many we have? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 we have one more to go. Chain 2 and a double crochet. We have 8 double crochet. We have to have 8 chain spaces, right? So don't forget about the last chain 2 space, and then slip stitch into the third chain. That will be your middle chain, right? All right, so this is our first round. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to work in the chain 2 spaces. We are going to work as shell. So usually a shell stitch will be having 5 double crochets, but since we have to do the next round, we are doing it with 2 double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet, like how we are working in the corner of a granny square, right? So like that. So since we are working in the chain 2 space, insert into the chain 2 space and do a slip stitch, then do 1 2 3. This will be our first double crochet and a second double crochet. Okay, then chain 2 and 2 more double crochets in the same space. So this will be our first shell or V-stitch, whatever you want to call it, you can. Then again in the second chain 2 space, we have to do 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, sorry, chain 2 and 2 double crochet. Since we are working in the chain spaces throughout the doily, there is no chance you can you miss a count, or you have made some mistake. There is no chance. All we are doing is working on the chain 2 space. Okay, so this is how I will be doing throughout the round, and here we will be having the last shell, and we'll be slip stitching into the first chain of the chain 3. Okay, so continue this. I'll meet you at the end of this round. So we'll do the third round. Okay. Okay, see, I have done all shells in the all chain to space. Now what we are going to do, we are going to slip stitch into the first chain of the chain 3. I already told we will be working on the chain to spaces, right? So in order to reach the chain to space, I have to do one more slip stitch into the double crochet and one more slip stitch into the chain to space. So totally we will be doing 3 slip stitch, right? Now we are going to do the same round what we have done earlier, but with only one difference. That is, see, last round we have not done any chain in between the shells. Now we are going to do chains in between the shells. How? Let me show you. So 1, 2, 3, which is our first double crochet, second double crochet, chain 2, 2 more double crochets. Now if I do the if I continue with the shell in this next chain to space, this will not be a next round. There will be not enough gap in the next round, right? So what we'll do, we will chain 2 here also after the shell and start the next shell. By this way the third round will be expanding, not very congested. Okay, so this is what we are going to work all the way round. Okay, see, shell, chain 2, shell. So by the end of this round we'll have 8 shells and 8 chain 2 spaces in between shells. Okay, but if you count all the chain 2 space, we'll have 16 chain 2 spaces. Okay, so don't get confused, just chain 2 a shell, chain 2 a shell. So in the shell we know what it is. It's 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochets, right? By this way we'll have the third round on. It's more like a expanding round. Okay, so continue this round. I'll meet you at the end of this round to start the next one, right? Okay, I have done the same pattern all the way around and finally chain 2 and do the slip stitch into the top chain of chain 3, right? Now as I've already told you, we will be working only on the chain 2s, so do a 2 more slip stitch and reach the chain 2. Okay, so this round, the fourth round, what we are going to do is the base for the pineapple. So for any doily, wherever you do the shell, that will be shell throughout. See, the shell starts here, all the way it is just the shell. So wherever we have the shell, we'll be doing the same, and wherever there is a chain 2 in between the shells, we are going to make a base for pineapple. Okay, the base is nothing but a simple V stitch, but a little different. Okay, so first to do a shell, that is chain 3, double crochet, chain 2, 2 more double crochet, chain 1. Now we do the V stitch, right? So triple crochet, do a triple crochet. So yarn over twice, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, then do 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you are using 4 mm hook with the 3 ply yarn, 5 chains will be so small, so you can use 7 chains. Okay, since I am using 5 mm hook which is a little bit bigger, I am doing just 5 chains. Okay, then again a triple crochet to complete the V stitch. So this forms our base for the pineapple. Okay, so this is how we are going to continue throughout. So chain 1, don't do chain 2. Okay, because last round we do the chain 2 because there was a 4 double crochet gap. Now it's just 2 double crochet gap, right? So we are doing only chain 1. So chain 1, a shell. By this time we will be very well aware of the shell, which means 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. right? And then chain 1, do a V stitch, that is the base. So yarn over twice, do a triple crochet, and 1 2 3 4 5 chains, then again complete the V stitch with another triple crochet. See, this is how we are going to continue throughout. Shell, base, shell, base. Base is nothing but triple crochet, chain 5, triple crochet. Don't forget to put the chain 1. Okay, so continue this. I will meet you at the end of this round and we will start the pineapple together. Okay. Okay, now chain 1 in the last and do the slip stitch into the first chain of chain 3. Now by the end of this round, what we will have is 8 shells in the shell, that's fine. Other than this, we will have 8 chain 5 space, which we will be starting the base of pineapple. If you say pineapple in crochet, it's nothing but the base will be of set of triple crochets. You see here, this is the starting of this pineapple design. Okay, so that is why we have this 5 chains. Okay, so wherever we have shell, we'll be doing the shell. So 1 slip stitch, 1 more and 1 more to get us into the chain 2 space where we'll be doing the shell. I told you already, wherever we have shell, shells are there. Okay, so chain 2 and do another 2 double crochets. Okay, now chain 2 and do 7 triple crochets in the chain 5 space. Okay, so 1 2 3, hold it tight whenever you do a triple crochet, because triple crochet will be very loose and it will tend to roll around your finger. Okay, so your work will tend to roll around your finger, so hold the stitches tightly. See, I'm holding it on the stitch itself. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 1 more. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So now you know why I have asked you to do 7 chains instead of 5 if you are using a 4 mm hook, right? Because 7 triple crochets cannot be held in the 5 chains of 4 mm hook gap. Okay, so that's why I asked you to do 7 chains, but no problem if you are using 5 mm hook, so never mind. Again, chain 2, do a shell in the next shell. Chain 2 and 2 double crochets. Again, chain 2, do 7 triple crochets in the chain 5 space. So this is why I hate reworking. Okay, so this is how we will be following the whole pattern. Okay, so chain shell, 7 triple crochet, chain 2, shell, chain 2, 7 triple crochet, chain 2 and shell. So continue this pattern all the way, and when we do the last 7 triple crochets, we will do a chain 2 and do a slip stitch here. Okay, so this is the end of our 5th round. By the end, you should see a flower like structure in your doily. Okay, so 6th round, I would say 6th round is the simplest round of this whole doily. Okay, all we are doing is the same 5th round we'll be repeating, but with a slight change. I'll tell you what. So when we reach the last stitch, continue 2 more slip stitch and reach the chain 2, and wherever we have shell we'll have shell, right? So chain 3, 1 double crochet, chain 2, 2 more double crochets. Okay, here chain 1, do a triple crochet in the first triple crochet, chain 1, do a triple crochet in the second triple crochet. All we are doing is, wherever we find the triple crochet, we are doing triple crochet and a chain 1, so that we will be having a expanded version of 5th round, so that we will be working our pineapple in the chain 1 space of this round. Okay, so chain 1, triple crochet, chain 1, triple crochet, chain 1, triple crochet, chain 1, triple crochet, and again chain 1. You reach the shell. We know what to do in the shell, another shell. So double crochet 2 and chains 2 and another 2 double crochets. See, this is how we are going to continue the whole round. Okay, wherever we find triple crochet, we will do a chain 1, and before and after the triple crochets also we will do the chain 1, right? So continue this round. I will meet you at the end of this round. So we'll start the 7th round. Okay, okay, by the end of this round, 6th round, this is how our doily will look like. Okay, don't panic if you have a smaller one because I am using 5mm hook. Right now I forgot to tell you one point in the 5th round. By the end of 5th round, make sure you have 7 triple crochets in all the chain space. Okay, that is very important. That's the only count we are doing in this whole doily. Okay, if you forgot to count at the end of 5th round, count now at the end of 6th round, because we have, our count should be same in all the pineapples. Then only the shape of the pineapple, the size of the pineapple in all the 8 sides will be the same. Okay, so I have reached the chain 2 space here in the shell and do the shell, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. Right, now listen carefully. Chain 2, leave this first chain space, because for this chain space and this triple crochet only we have done two chains. Now in the next chain space, that is between the 2 triple crochets, first and second triple crochet, do a single crochet. Then again chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. I told you, right, we will be working on the chain 1 space. So chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. Then leave the last chain space, that is between the triple crochet and the shell, like how we have skipped this chain 1 from in this side, right? In between the shell and the triple crochet we have not done anything in the chain 1. So I like that, chain 2 and do a shell in the shell. Now you know why I have asked you to count the triple crochets in all the pineapples, because we have to have, see, we have left 1 chain space this side, 1 chain space this side, so we have to have 1 2 3 4 5 chain 5 space, chain 3 space in among 7 triple crochets, right? We have left 1 in the beginning, 1 and the end, right? So in between we have 5 chain 3 space. If you didn't have 7 triple crochets here, then you may not be ending up with 5 chain 3 space, right? You will be getting 1 less. So that is why it is important to count the triple crochets. Now that's it. Then again chain 2, leave this first chain 1, do a single crochet in the second chain 1, 1 2 3, single crochet, 1 2 3 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 single crochet. Now I have reached the last chain 1 space which will be leaving. Now if I count 1 2 3 4 5 chain 3 spaces are there. Now only 2 chains, and do a shell in the shell. You can do 3 chains here also, but I don't want to make it too wavy because I'm using 5mm hook, right? So chain spaces will be actually bigger. So I have done only 2 chains in between the shell and the single crochet. Okay, so this is how we will be continuing all the way around and end with the shell and the single crochet. Sorry, not single crochet, slip stitch. Okay, so continue this and I'll meet you at the end of this round. So we'll continue the same round again. Okay. Okay, here I have completed the I don't know what round it is, 7th round I guess. Okay, so now we'll have 5 chain 3 spaces in each of the pineapple. We are going to work on the chain 3 space in this round. Okay, so what I'm doing is shell in the shell as usual. 1 2 3 double crochet, chain 2 double crochet, then do a chain 3 and do a single crochet in the first chain 3 space. Okay, you remember we have done only chain 2 in the top, but right now since we are working on the chain 3 spaces, we had 5 chain 3 in the last round. Now since we are working on that chain 3, it will be having only 4, right? Like a how do I put this, like a Fibonacci series. So 1 2 3, so it will be reducing the number of chain 3 space, right? Last round we had 5. In this round, since we are working on the chain 3 space, we'll have only 1 2 3 4. So in order to adjust the size, we will be doing chain 3 in the edge. So 1 2 3 and do a shell here. Okay, so this is as simple as that. Once you finish this round, we'll see the next round which will be little different because we can't just increase the chain 3 space when this is decreasing, right? So we have to do something to adjust in this space, right? So we'll do that in the next round. So continue this round, chain 3 and a single crochet in all the chain 3 space. Alright, so I'll meet you at the end of this round. See, I have completed this round. Okay, as I already told you, this round will be a little different. How? Because we can't just increase the chain number to have the pineapple, right? So this is how we are going to do. See, when I have the reduced number of chain 3 space here, what I have done, I have separated this single shell into 2 different shells. You see, instead of 2 double crochet, chain 2 double crochet, I have done 2 sets of shells, like 2 double crochet, chain 2 double crochet, chain 2 double crochet. So by this way we will be having 2 chain spaces in the shell, so that in the next round we will be separating the same into 2 whole shells. Okay, that is what we are going to do here. How is chain 3 and do a double crochet, which will be our first set of 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. Okay, now that we have 1 chain space. Now again chain 2, do a 2 more double crochets in the same shell. So by this way we'll have 2 sets of chain 2 spaces, in which in the next round we'll be having 2 whole shells, right? So chain 2, then again do a single crochet in the chain 3 space and continue the pineapple. Chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. Now again when you reach the next shell, we'll be doing a 1.5 shell. Let us call that. So 2 double crochets, chain 2, another 2 double crochets, chain 2, and two double crochets in the same shell. So we have two chain 2 spaces and 3 sets of 2 double crochets. See here, first round we had 5 chain 3 space, the last round we had 4, and this round we had 3. So now if you see, we have 3 sets of double crochets and 3 sets of chain 3 space, right? So this is how we will be continuing this round. Oh my god, make sure that you have enough yarn, because pineapple doily is such a yarn eater. See, the size is not increasing, but the yarn is going, it's keep on getting loose. So make sure you have adequate yarn before you start this doily. Okay, so continue this round. I will meet you at the end. We'll start the next round. So see here, I have completed this round. All I have is 3 chain 3 spaces for the pineapple and 3 sets of 2 double crochets in the shell. Now as I already told you, we will be doing 2 whole shells in here, so that one shell will be for this pineapple and another shell will be for this pineapple. Okay, so chain 3 and a double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochets in the same space, which will be our first shell. Then again, in order to separate this, chain 2 and do a next shell in the next chain 2 space. 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, right? So this will become the shell for this pineapple, this will become the shell for this pineapple. Then again chain 2 and as usual single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 3, single crochet in the chain 3 space, again another chain 3, single crochet, then chain 2. Now we have reached the next shell space, right? So one shell for the pineapple what we have just worked, chain 2 and 2 double crochet, then again chain 2 and do the next shell for the following pineapple. Okay, so this is how it will look like. See, this shell will be for this pineapple, this is for this pineapple, and this one will be for this one, and this shell will be for the next pineapple, right? So this is how we are going to complete the whole round. So chain 2. Now if you see here, we have 2 shells and 2 chain 3 space, right? Now continue this round. I'll meet you at the end of this round to see how we will continue the next round. See, I have completed this round with 2 chain 3 spaces and 2 shells. As I have as I was scared, my yarn ran over because I did the Easter bunny for my son here in this color, so my yarn ran over, so I am using a contrast color to appeal these two. But this won't do justice for this pineapple doily. If you don't have adequate yarn for a single color, I would suggest do a start the doily with a different color which you have less, and do 1 2 3 4 rounds, that is till the triple pineapple base round in the separate color, and then start the pineapple with the solid color you have most. Okay, if I have done these 4 rounds in this color and started the pineapple, then I wouldn't be running out of yarn in the middle, and it will be little more beautiful. But since for the tutorial sake I am just doing it with another color. Okay, so if you want to use 2 colors, use the color you have very little for the starting 1 2 3 4 round. Then start the pineapple, that is this triple crochet rounds, with the solid color you have most. Okay, so here is where you will be with 3 slip stitches, and that's where I am joining my yarn. All right, okay, chain 3 and a double crochet, chain 2 and 2 more double crochet, which is nothing but the shell. All right, now we have chain spaces in between the shell, right? So what we'll do, I'll do chain 1, do a V-stitch. V-stitch is nothing but double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, but for here we'll do 2 chains, like how we have 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, right? Like that we have chain double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, then again chain 1, and in the next shell also we will do a shell. Sorry, I have a yellow light in the room, I'm really sorry. I will change it before our next tutorial. Okay, now after the shell again comes the single crochet, right? So chain 3, single crochet in the first chain 3 space, chain 3, single crochet in the second chain 3 space, chain 3, and we will reach the next shell. So this is how we will be continuing this round. So wherever you have shell, you will do shell, and in between 2 shells you will be having a V-stitch. Okay, chain 1, so do a V-stitch here. So then only we will be adjusting this gap. It's shrinking here, so we are expanding in the next here. Okay, so chain 2 and a double crochet, chain 1, do a shell in the next shell. Okay, so this is how I am going to continue till the end, right? So I'll meet you at the end, and we will do just 2 more rows or there, except the border. We will continue that. Okay, see, I have completed this round with shell, V-stitch, shell, and 1 chain 3 space. Now this is the last round of the pineapple, that we will be completing this with only 1 single crochet, and the whole pineapple structure will be completed. Okay, there is only one difference. Wherever we have shell, we will be having shell. Wherever we have V-stitch, we will be having V-stitch. Okay, so let us do that. So I have slip stitched here and reached the chain 2 space. So chain 3, double crochet, chain 2, 2 more double crochets, right? Now chain 1, do a V-stitch here, that is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, then again chain 1, do another V-stitch inside the V-stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Now again chain 1, do the V-stitch in the another chain in between the shell and V-stitch. So the last round we had 1 V-stitch, this round we have 3 V-stitches, before and after and in the middle. Got it? Because since we are shrinking here in the pineapple side, we have to expand here, right? Okay, then again chain 1, when we reach shell, obviously we will be doing the shell. 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochet. Okay, now chain 3. See, listen, whenever we have shell, it's chain 2. Whenever we have the single crochet, it's chain 3. Whenever we have V stitch, it's chain 1. Okay, when you do it, you will be you yourself will be comfortable with the number of chains. Okay, so chain 3 and 1 single crochet in the 1 chain 3 space, and then chain 3 again and reach the shell for another shell. So this concludes our pineapple, but we need to complete this in a full closed way, right? So chain 1, 1 V stitch in the before the V stitch, chain 1, another V stitch in the V stitch of the previous round, chain 1, another V stitch next to the V stitch that is in between the V stitch and the shell, then again chain 1, do a shell, 2 double crochet, chain 2, another 2 double crochets, then chain 3 and single crochet in the chain 3 space. So this is how we will continue: shell, 3 V stitches and a shell, and complete this single crochet. So continue this round. I will meet you at the end of this round to make a border round. Okay, see, I've completed the last round of our pineapple. Okay, so in this way you can see we have flower like structure, but we are seeing some chain spaces also. Any work should not be shown the chains at the end, right? So now this row we will be closing each pineapple. See, these pineapples, 2 ends are in the separate way. Now we will be joining these two. How we are going to do that is, wherever we have shell, obviously we will be doing shell. So chain 3 and 1 double crochet, chain 2, 2 more double crochet, which completes our first shell. And in the next V stitches, we had 3 V stitches, right? In all the chain 1 spaces we will be doing 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet, chain 1. How we are doing that is, after shell, do a chain 1, do a double crochet, chain 1, and inside the V stitch do a double crochet, chain 1, and in between the V stitches double crochet, chain 1, and next inside the V stitch a double crochet, chain 1, and in between the V stitches a double crochet. So last round we had 3 V stitches, right? So in which case we will be having 7 chain spaces. So we will be having 7 double crochet in here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 double crochet. And after that we will reach the shell. So chain 1 and do a shell in the shell. Okay, so after this we have nothing to work on in the pineapple. So what we'll do, we will straight away jump to the next shell to do a shell. This way we'll be closing our pineapple. So this is the simple round as it is. Okay, wherever you find the shell, you do a shell. Wherever you find the V stitch or chain 1 space, you do a double crochet and chain 1. If you see here, our pineapple here is completed. So next round we'll be doing the border. Okay, so chain 1, in this chain 1 a double crochet, chain 1, and inside the V stitch 1 double crochet, chain 1. In the next chain 1 also double crochet, chain 1. So this is how we will be continuing this round. Alright, so continue this double crochet and shell round. We will meet you at the end of this round to make the border. Alright, so here I have reached after 7 double crochet. I have reached the shell, so I'm doing a shell in here. Alright. Okay, see, I have completed this round. One small change what I have done is, if I do one chain, since I have used 5 mm hook, this pineapple was bigger. So if I do one chain in between the double crochets, it was not as flat as this seems. This one I have done only one chain because I have used 4 mm hook, so the whole pineapple will be little smaller. Okay, but for this one, if I do one chain, it was like this one was too big, so it was congested and it was shrinking like a decrease round. So what I have done is, I have done all 2 chains. See, shell, 2 chain double crochet, 2 chain double crochet, so it will be lying as flat as it seems. Okay, so for this round, this is the border round. I suggest, even though if you have enough yarn, too much yarn of whatever color you are using, I suggest to change color for this round alone. For example, this is the round we are going to do. The pink round is what we are going to do. Okay, this is the maximum yarn eater round, because every chain space we will be doing 3 double crochet. So we have 7 chain spaces here, so we will be having 21 double crochets here. Okay, so this is the and also it will be looking more elegant if you change color for this round alone. Okay, so that even though if you for your first round for your first color, you can always come back to this finishing round. So for this border, I suggest you change color. Okay, so now I have already just now changed color. I am doing in the same color, but if you are using the same color for one color for all till now, change color. Or if you have done only this center round in a different color, use that color to do this round what we are going to do. Okay, so this is the simple round, but bigger round. Okay, simple but big. So chain 2, do only 1 double crochet, that's it, because we will be joining this shell also in here. I'll show you in the next shell. Now chain 1, do 3 double crochets in the chain 2 space, chain 1, and 3 double crochet in all the chain 2 spaces. You do 3 double crochet except in the shell, because you will be joining 2 shells. So instead of 3 double crochets, we will be doing 2 double crochet in one shell and 2 double crochet in the other shell to join both of them. Okay, so I am doing 3 double crochets in each of the chain spaces, and chain 1 just to give a gap between these 3 double crochets. See, I told you, right, since we have 7 chain spaces, we have to do 21 double crochet, which is a lot more double crochet for one flower. So make sure you have adequate yarn. Okay, and change color in this alone. So 1, 2 and 3. Right, my 7 chain spaces are covered with double crochets. Here in the shell alone, I have done only 2 double crochet. Like that, I will do only 2 double crochet in this shell, 1, 2, and then 2 more double crochet in the next shell, so that they will form one particular group of double crochet. You see, got it, right? So now again, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1. Then this is the same round. We are doing 3 double crochet and a chain 1, so each of this is considered as 4 stitches, so that it will be lying flat when you do, so it won't be shrinking or seem to be a decrease round. Okay, you got it, right? So in the shell alone, we'll be doing 2 double crochet, 2 double crochet, that's it. All the other chain spaces we'll be doing 3 double crochet and a chain 1. Okay, so continue this round. I will meet you at the end of this border round to do the finishing round. Okay, so only one more round to go. So much kudos for your patience to complete this doily. So I'll meet you at the end of this round to do the finishing round. Okay, do this border in a separate color. All right. Okay, see here I have completed the double crochet round and I've slip stitched into the same first shell what we have started with the chain 3. Okay, this is as flat as it can. You can no matter if you have changed color for this round or you have done this whole thing in a single color, whatever it is, change the color for the last round, the border round, the finishing round. See, I have used after this double crochet round, I have changed the color for the finishing round. Then only you will be able to see the distinguished color for the border what you have done just now. Okay, so since I have run out of my yellow yarn, I am using the contrast color for the red, which is white. You can if you are having more of your first color, I would recommend you go with the first color for the border too. Okay, so how it is do a slip knot, join in the center of the shell where you have finished your round. Now do a chain 1 and have both of the tail ends together and do a single crochet. Okay, now since we have only 2 double crochets here, do 2 chain and do a single crochet. And next, since we have 3 stitches, do 3 chains and do a single crochet. This is what we will be doing the whole round. So chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3 and single crochet. So when you reach the 2 double crochet, that is in the shell, you have to do only 2 chains. You can do 3 chains, but it will be unnecessary gap in there. We don't want that. So after all chain 3s, and we would have 8 3 double crochets, right, instead of for this 8 chain space. So we have 8 chain 3 and single crochet, and when we reach this, I'll do only 2 chains and single crochet, then again 2 chains and single crochet. By this way we will form a border, and this distinguished our chain double crochet round. Okay, so continue this till the end. Chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. I'll show you how it turned out. Okay, see, I've completed the last round and did the slip stitch in the same end. As you remember, the old one was 4 mm hook, so it was 15 inches diameter, but this one is 20 inch diameter, which I'll be using this as a table runner, not as a doily. You can use any hook you want, and do whatever size you wish. Okay, see, this is how the doily looks like, right? So try this out, share your pictures in the Facebook group, and you can tag me in the Instagram of all your work, AhiluArts. You can search in the Instagram and follow us there. More importantly, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so that you never miss any video. Share with your friends, and always remember, handmade is happiness. Thank you. Bye bye.